Good morning, neighbors. I'm Erin Andrade, the association president, and I have here with me this morning Gladys Medina. She is also a board member, and she's the lead on our finance committee. I'm here today to share with you, we think this would be a good segment to talk about the budget. Every homeowner received recently a letter regarding the proposed budget for 2024. So I wanted to make sure that Gladys, who has far more financial background than I do, to share the information with you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Gladys Medina. A little bit about my background. I have a bachelor's degree in accounting and a master's in business administration. My regular day-to-day job is I work in local finance, and so I work with probably 500 local municipal agencies, so various cities throughout the state of California, Nevada, Arizona. And what I do is I work with local government and help them balance or bring a budget. So like if you have a street light and improvement district, a CFD district, I work hand in hand with the city. We're basically an extension of their staff, and we develop their budgets so that your property tax bills might reflect a line item that we worked with city staff to develop an assessment rate. So it goes very hand in hand with Lake Village and their budgets. It's something I'm very familiar with Prop 218 and developing budgets and understanding how the reserve funds are funded and what expenditures are allowable in any given year.
What an impressive background that we have here at Lake Village to help our association be strong fiscally and still moving forward with the improvements and stuff that we need for our community, which is wonderful.
So some of the items that we fund through our assessments are our utility bills, electricity bills, maintenance for the swimming pool. We also have now new ADT expenses that we're incurring because of the issues we were having with people breaking in. We're also required to fund our reserve fund, which is our emergency fund in case of emergencies, such as a sewer issue or some of the sprinklers breaking down, and so we're required to fund a reserve in the event of an emergency.
And we normally start talking about the budget about 3 months out. We start looking at all the expenses for the prior year, and we end up developing a budget that's actually Keystone develops a budget and recommends to us about what they suggest that our budget should be. And sad to say, but every year they always ask to have a much larger increase than what the board decides to come up with. Can you speak to how we work together as a board to find it the lowest possible increases?
Sure. So typically I would ask the board members what items we want to tackle this year. Are there any special projects? Are there improvements that we are anticipating? And once you give me those amounts, I look at what Keystone gives me, and then I review all the line items, and then I identify where areas where, I don't think it's going to be as expensive. For example, lake water expenses. Because of the improvements that were done, I'm anticipating that the water consumption amount is going to be less. And so my recommendation would be, I'm going to decrease that line item budget. The way I go about balancing the budget is, I understand that there's an inflation and everybody's struggling with their own personal expenses. And so what I try to do is let me look at our reserve fund balances or our emergency fund. What items are fully funded? Where can I maybe take a cut? And so usually I balance the budget by taking from the reserve fund in order that we're not so fully impacted by the new assessment.
And then what happens is Gladys ends up bringing the proposed budget to the board, and then we discuss it and see if we need to improve it, if we need to cut a few items or reduce the amount, and then as a board collectively we decide if that's the one that's appropriate for us to pass for the following year. So it is a lot of work, and we sincerely appreciate it, and it's a wonderful, a volunteer position that goes unappreciated sometimes, but we do definitely appreciate that.
Thank you.
Such great information to share. I sincerely appreciate you joining us today. We do have 2 big projects going. Next weekend, December 10th, we have a big shed that we are in the process of building. We're going to build it out in the pool area to store our new furniture. We want to make sure to keep that nice and safe and protected during the winter months. So we'll be building out a shed and have it in the pool area. The second project that we're going to be working on will be during Christmas vacation. If anybody's willing to or would like to be interested in helping, we're going to be restriping the basketball courts at Halliday Park. I'll be posting on Facebook the date that we have it finalized. I'm going to have some volunteers come out, and we're going to be rolling green paint on the basketball courts to get some nice striping out there. We will not be having a board meeting this month for December so that everybody can enjoy the holidays, but we will be back in January at the last Thursday of January for our upcoming board meeting. So we hope to invite you all to come on out. And so happy holidays to you and your family and to our wonderful community of Lake Village. We are certainly living the good life.